Welcome to another edition of BHS-TV News. My name is Apollo Tosto, and this is my co-host, Max Smith.
This month we have a feature on prom, a great edition of Abel's Academy, parking lot thoughts, and so much more.
This week in Canada, a sugar-craving bear broke into a car and guzzled 69 cans of soda. Sharon Roselle said her dog woke her up at about 3 a.m. and she looked outside to see a bear had shattered one of her car windows and was helping itself to the cans of soda she had purchased for her business. We don't have any sugar-craving bears here in the studio. However, we do have a sugar-craving teen who would like to share some history about soda. Let's check in with Abel's Academy.
Hi everyone, I'm Abel Duchiato with another episode of Abel's Academy. Today I'll be talking about the delicious world of soda, or pop, or Coke, or whatever else you call it. You're going to learn everything from the original creation of soda to the time someone almost won a jet from Pepsi. So sit back, grab your drink of choice, which is hopefully Dr. Pepper, and enjoy. It all began in 1767 when scientist Joseph Priestley successfully infused carbon dioxide into water, creating the first carbonated beverage. Back then, the thought was that soda was a cure for illnesses, so it was sold in pharmacies across Western civilization. The oldest company to produce, bottle, and sell soda in America is Vernors, which was established in 1866 by James Verner in Michigan. Vernors would quickly spread across the Midwest. But just 2 decades later, in 1886, the recipe for the most popular soft beverage of all time, Coca-Cola, was made in Atlanta by the Civil War veteran and pharmacist John Stith Pemberton. You see, soda at the time was just very bland or didn't taste very good. You take a sip of Vernors, you'll know what I'm talking about. But Pemberton had a different take on soda. He wanted it to taste good, so people would buy more of it. He also wanted a vessel to fuel his cocaine addiction. Infamously, Coca-Cola had cocaine as a main ingredient in its recipe. Just 2 years after Pemberton created Coca-Cola, he passed away due to stomach cancer and addiction. The recipe for the soda was bought from the Pemberton family by Asa Griggs Candler, who would formally create the Coca-Cola Company in 1892. Anyways, let's talk about something a little bit more important. Dr. Pepper was created by Dr. Charles Alderton as a way to emulate the way a soda shop smells. It wasn't created to copy the taste of other sodas at the time, but rather the aroma and sensation of the perfect soda. Famously, Alderton used a mix of 23 different flavors that gives it that unique taste. Those flavors are almond, amaretto, black licorice, blackberry, caramel, carrot, cherry, clove, cola, ginger, juniper, lemon, molasses, nutmeg, orange, pepper, plum, prune, raspberry, root beer, rum, tomato, and vanilla. Another fun fact about Dr. Pepper is that it can be served hot. Just pour a bottle into the pot and boil it. I've tried it before and I gotta say, it isn't exactly my cup of tea. But jumping to more recent times for my last story, I want to talk about the Pepsi Points case. In the late 90s, Pepsi and many other companies incorporated a point system into their business model. One of their advertisements that promoted the Pepsi Points program included a part which a kid says he got a jet from getting enough Pepsi points. This advert led to a man named John D.R. Leonard to deliver $700,000 worth of Pepsi points to PepsiCo in hopes of getting a jet plane. Pepsi obviously refused, so Leonard sued them, believing that it was false advertising and that PepsiCo should be held responsible. The judge, however, disagreed and sided with PepsiCo. In the end, though, Pepsi did change the advertisement to say the jet was worth 700 million points instead. No matter what you call it, pop or soda, for really fancy, soda pop, people love to drink it, and I can safely say I'm one of those people. But like all things, it's best in moderation. Like the soda itself, its history is rich in flavor and drama. I hope you learned something new about the amazing world of soda. I'm Abel Duchiato with BHS-TV News in this episode of Abel's Academy. Thank you.
Wow, Abel sure does like Dr. Pepper. I bet some of the students could have used some extra caffeine last week with standardized testing here at BH. Mac and I went around the halls of the Hills to check in with students before and after their exams. Hello, my name is Apollo Tosto here with BHS-TV News, and I went around this week interviewing students about standardized testing. Hello.
Hi,
What's your name?
Lucia March.
What grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
Brady Wilson.
Okay, and what grade are you in?
I am in 10th grade.
Alon Mesa.
Okay, and what grade are you in?
I'm a freshman.
Okay, so what are your thoughts and feelings about testing?
I think I can speak for all juniors that it sucks, but like we kind of have to do it.
I feel like they can be somewhat beneficial, but I think for some people that can't do tests as well as other people can, I think it's not really needed, even though it's required for everyone. I think that for specific people, it shouldn't be needed.
I'm not super excited for it, but I'm not too worried just because it's PSAT, so I'm not super worried.
How have you prepared for the testing?
I am taking an SAT prep course since like December, so I'm pretty solid, but like still, it sucks.
Not really much. I'm using one of my friends that's a junior, her test book for the SAT just to look over it and prepare for next year, and just for the PSAT this year.
I've looked over like the packet that handed out.
Have you used any of the school's resources?
No. No, not really.
Okay.
No, I didn't even know there were school resources.
So, like, have you've used the school resources?
Yeah, if that's considered school research, yeah.
And last question, do you think testing is important?
Not really. I mean, like, I hate standardized tests, and I think I can speak for everyone that taking tests sucks. I'm such a bad test taker. I hate it. But I guess that you kind of have to do it for college.
I think in some ways it can be important. It can teach you good habits for colleges and for the future, but not really in the sense that the specific questions can help you.
I think it can definitely like help people out, but for those who like don't get helped out by it, I don't think it's really needed to see how well you do because it's just based off like one performance, not like how like smart you really are.
Hello, welcome back.
Hi.
So, how did testing go for you?
I genuinely think it went well. I think the stress from the day before sucked, but getting it over with, like, it was just such a relief, so I think good? I don't know.
I think it went pretty good. Like I took the PSAT 10, and I feel like the English and language section went better than the math section, but it's definitely something that I can improve in for the SAT next year.
Nice.
It went pretty well. It wasn't too bad.
All right, now that testing's over, do you think it was necessary?
Absolutely not. I've never hated sitting in a room for 55 minutes and no break in between more in my life than those 3 days.
Not really, no.
Hello, what's your name?
My name is Lyle Hoffman.
Okay, and what grade are you in?
I'm 12th grader here.
Okay, so how do you think testing helped you in like your career path or college path or any path you're taking?
Testing, is this standardized testing?
Yes.
Honestly, I don't think it really helps at all. I remember doing very poorly on the math section, but knowing that probably doesn't matter in the long run.
Well, there you have it, folks. These students have strong opinions on their thoughts about standardized testing. What do you think? Let us know. I'm Apollo Tosto with BHS-TV News. Thank you for watching.
Facebook users have until August to claim their share of a $725 million class action settlement of a lawsuit alleging privacy violations by the social media company. Facebook. People who have had an active U.S. Facebook account between May 2007 and December 2022 have until August 25th to enter a claim. Staying on the topic of social media, Anthony Dorio went through the halls of the Hills to ask students their opinions on social media.
Social media plays a key impact here with many students here at BHHS. Let's go around the halls and ask them some social media-based questions. What's your favorite social media?
Twitter.
Why Twitter?
I just think so I can speak my mind. I think it's funny.
Would you say your mind is correct?
Huh?
Would you say your mind is correct?
Yeah, I'd say my mind is correct. It's always correct.
I agree with that, Joe. What age do you think kids should be able to get social media?
13.
Why do you say 13?
Because, like, that's when they're a little more mature.
Yeah, I agree with that. Do you think social media has a positive aspect on teens?
Not really.
Why do you say that?
It can affect a lot of people when they see like when you're scrolling through TikTok all the time, it like can mess with your head a little bit, and like looking at Instagram stuff.
I agree. What do you like most about social media?
The fact that I can see what my friends are doing at all times.
You like that?
It's great to keep tabs on everybody.
That's a good opinion.
Thanks, AD.
Excuse me. What would you say is your favorite social media?
Snapchat.
Why do you say Snapchat?
Because I can communicate at any time with anyone.
Good observation. What do you like most about social media?
Social media?
Yes.
Well, I can see what people are doing, like, if I'm not with them.
It's a very common answer. I agree with that. What do you like most about social media?
Connecting with my friends.
That's a good point. I like that. How about yours?
No, mine's the same. Talking to my friends, yeah.
That's a good one.
Thanks, Anthony. And for all you social media users, don't forget to stay safe online. With the highly anticipated senior prom coming up in just a few short weeks, Jackson Finkelstein and Matthew Paul caught up with student leadership member Bowie Cooper to talk all things prom.
Hi, I'm Jackson Finkelstein with BHS-TV News. As we all know, prom's coming up. The other day I talked to student leadership member Bowie Cooper to learn a bit more about it. Let's check it out.
So Bowie, what exactly goes into putting together the prom?
Well, there's a lot of pieces when talking about prom. You gotta talk about the venue, you gotta talk about theme, you gotta talk about time and date, and of course decoration, which is a huge one, and ticket prices. So there's a lot, there's a lot of pieces that go into it. And, student leadership has been hard at work to get those pieces together for a wonderful prom.
What should students expect walking into the prom?
Well, the venue is Rooster Tail. It's in downtown Detroit. Beautiful, beautiful place. So they'll walk in and they'll see, a lot of decorations, a lot of stuff. Our theme this year is Miami Vice, so be prepared for that type of vibe. And just get excited.
What are some clothing recommendations you have for people attending the prom?
Well, classically, most people show up in a tux or a nice dress. They want to look all formal and nice. But so me personally, I'll be pulling up in a tux this year to try and look my best. But wear whichever you want. Make a statement. That's what I have for advice out there. Make a statement.
So what are you personally most excited for prom?
Well, I've been working with the prom head, Jolie Olashansky, to get together a giant chess set to be present at our prom. So, I'm really excited for that. And I'm just super excited to dance and have a good time with my friends and go to dinner. But, number one is always that chess set.
What should people do if they want to go to the prom?
They gotta purchase their tickets. They can do that on Community Pass starting in about a week or in person early May. I hope to see you all there at Bloomfield Hills High School, class of 2023 prom.
Prom is a great time for seniors. It's a chance to dance with your friends, and it means the end of the year is approaching. However, for many high school seniors, the end of the school year is also the end of their athletic career. For some outstanding seniors, however, their athletic career is just beginning.
On Wednesday, May 3rd, students from BHHS will be recognized for signing their NCAA letters of the intent to play college sports this fall. In total, we have 18 students, all of whom play various sports, signing this year.
Sports ranging from soccer to football to baseball and cheer, with one of our signees being BHS-TV News' very own Jackson Bragman, who is signing to Denison University for squash. Congratulations to all the athletes who will be committing. For more information on signing day, please email Mrs. Osborne.
We conclude this month's edition of BHS-TV News with Jackson Bragman's latest edition of Parking Lot Thoughts.
If in the last 4 years I've learned one thing about the student body here at Bloomfield Hills High, it is that we are one opinionated bunch. On this month's edition of Parking Lot Thoughts, I polled my peers on their most controversial opinions and their hottest takes. BHS TV News Parking Lot Thoughts here with Matthew Paul, BHS TV News' own Matthew Paul. Matthew, how are you today?
I'm doing well, Jackson. How are you?
Good, Matthew. If you had to pick just one hot take, your biggest hot take, it can be sports, music, pop culture, anything, what would it be?
Spinach is good with orange juice.
What?
Yes, they both complement each other very well. The sweetness of the orange juice complements the bitterness of the spinach.
Thank you for your time, Matthew.
Drake's not a good artist.
Why?
I don't know. He has a ghostwriter. He's not original, you know?
Ghostwriter Drake? Yeah, I have a few friends called the Breakdown Boys. They would take great offense to that, Alan.
I mean, it's a hot take. You asked for one.
If you had to pick one Drake song to bump in the shower, what would it be? Or in the parking lot. Let's say the parking lot, because we're here right now. So in the parking lot, leaving school, like, what are you bumping, like, on your way out?
Let's say God's Plan.
What is your biggest, if you had to pick just one, your biggest hot take?
The pineapple on pizza is really good.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
And what do you say to the haters that say that pineapple should never touch a slice of pizza ever again?
Don't be boring.
I would say my hottest take is that Taylor Swift is not an overrated artist. She is overhated.
Overhated?
Overhated.
What's her best album, would you say?
Reputation.
Yeet is overrated.
Yeet is overrated?
Yep.
You made a lot of people upset with that comment right there. I know. The people listening and watching an ID class right now are very upset to hear this.
Sorry, guys.
Well, thank you for your time, Jackson.
Thank you.
BHS-TV News Parking Lot Thoughts here with Libby Newworth. Libby, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Libby, if I had to ask you for your one biggest hot take in the world, what would it be?
Chili lime tortilla chips are better than Takis.
Chili lime tortilla chips are better than Takis.
Yeah, they're healthier, organic.
They taste better, though.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you say to the haters that don't like Takis or whatever you just said? Because I don't remember, frankly, all due respect.
That don't like Takis?
Yeah, well, like that don't like any of that stuff because it's too spicy.
That sucks.
That suck. Thank you for your time, Libby.
Of course.
And with that, we conclude this month's edition of BHS TV News. If you have questions or suggestions for us, feel free to send us an email at bhstvnews@bloomfield.org, and be sure to follow us on Twitter at BHS-TV News and on Instagram at bhs.news.
Tune in next time for more news around the world, in your state, and in your classroom. I'm Max Smith.
And I'm Apollo Tosto. Thank you for watching.